Ruanmei. A name that's both new and familiar.
I thought Member 4, Poka Kakamon, had gotten rid of most of the society members. I didn't have a lot of hope for this.
Oh, you're back!
Of course! This is a summit between three geniuses.
It's a special time. All departments are preparing to welcome distinguished guests from the Genius Society. Madame Ruanmei doesn't like fanfare and probably wouldn't appreciate a crowd to welcome her, so I asked the researchers to keep things simple.
I took her to see the portraits of the society members a few days ago. I wanted to have the researchers make one for her as well, but she declined the offer. I don't get it. Whatever, as long as she's happy.
I heard Miss Ruanmei likes snacks and pastries, so I asked the researchers to prepare some traditional desserts from the blue. All of them.
Of course! Go find her yourself. She borrowed the phase flame to do some research as soon as she got here. Haven't seen a trace of her since.
Miss Ruanmei is the very image of a scholar. I heard she once took a little vacation on a desert planet. By the time
she just wanted somewhere uninhabited to experiment with her life spiral system. Ruanmei is certainly very talented, but she hardly interacts with anyone. She lives like a... Anyway, what more needs to be said for someone smart enough to become Herta's research partner?
I'm not sure, but she doesn't seem to get around much. She spends most of her time between the master control zone and the railway platform. Maybe you can...
There's someone next to the railway platform. Could she be...
I have a feeling we're on the right track.
I'll check the data when I get back.
Hello. I hope I didn't startle you. This is a work habit of mine. Using touch to open my senses and letting the details of your biological existence flood into my brain helps me understand your construction as a living organism. Such is the basis of deconstruction and reconstruction. Do not be concerned. You are very healthy. In fact, impeccably so. A perfect experimental specimen. I like perfect experimental specimens. Oh, really? I expect the views here had me lost in thought. I don't usually go in and out of the space station, and only discovered today that it was blessed with such calm, open views. It is a wonderful fit for the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossoms, sticky rice, and frosting sugar. Come here. Look, the blue planet is directly below us. It is so full of life. This dessert is very delicious. Here, take half. Delicious desserts remind people of how flowers look when they bloom. Ingest this dessert one bite at a time, and the sweetness will linger in your mouth. I hope you like it too. So, what do you think? I can certainly prepare more for you. It's become somewhat of a tradition to bring strawberry pastries when I visit Stephen Lloyd. His attendance seems quite dependent on them. An outstanding dessert. 10 grams of cubed sugar, 1 dried and salt-preserved plum blossom. Baking and cooking are the same. Unfortunately, there are still too many people in the space station. The clamor is not fitting for desserts. By the way, do you remember what my research is about?
No. My research area is short stories about toilets. Huh? What's going on? What am I talking about?
But remember, the next time something like this happens, it's crucial to mask your expression until you've ascertained the situation. If not, you'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through. Let's try again. Now.
The dessert was tasty. Why can't I say what...
You have quite the... Come and have a walk with me. As the masses depart, there's an enveloping calm here. Just like in the no man's land I've ventured to in the past. Can you imagine a completely lifeless world? From there, you can glimpse the stars that lie at the very edge of the horizon. Following its celestial trajectory, the Great Teal Star illuminates an endless sea of white across both the sky and land. My mother and I navigated calm glaciers, looking for signs of life on that world, and encountered many bizarre phenomena. It was like finding the single correct piece in a mountain of jigsaw pieces. The process was convoluted and unimaginably difficult. My apologies. It appears my words have left you perplexed. Please, a few days ago, I made my interest in you known to Herta. My intention is for you to serve as an assistant. Based on our interactions within the simulated universe, I firmly believe you fit the bill. I find extending trust beyond myself is challenging. A single error in detailed research can generate issues, and I despise matters that escape my control. Therefore, I added anti-truth serum to this dessert. It will not harm you. However, you will be unable to say what you truly think when answering questions related to me. Treat it as a layer of protection. This will shield my research and your personal safety. Once the problems have been dealt with, I'll give you the antidote. I can also reward you as compensation for being my assistant. I will fulfill your every wish. Yes. When I first arrived on the space station, I borrowed the phase flame from Herta. It's an invention of member number 29's circle. I hope to be enlightened by other society members' results. A surge of creativity led me to explore the cultivation of life on the space station. In my imagination, these life forms would be a new variety that are born as geniuses. I plan to name them after Lambda, member. I don't know where it went wrong. They possess their own sentience, but are nowhere near geniuses. Moreover, my free-range approach seems to have backfired. In a lab leak incident a few days ago, some of these little life forms ran away and scattered all over the space station. I do not wish for Herta or Asta to be involved in this. Therefore, I'm hoping you can assist in recovering these little life forms. The researchers are still treating these entities as visitors. I want to steer clear of making my presence known, so as not to cause undue disturbances. I entrust this to you. Once the little life forms are collected, simply find a proper place for them. The researchers in the Department of Ecology should know about this and provide you with suitable advice.
Liu.
It's hard for a wanderer to find rest in this world.
What? A place where the space station stores dangerous experimental results? Why would anyone want to know that? Wait, did someone send you here to try to get things out of me? I'm not doing any private business on the space station. I have absolutely no knowledge of any special hiding places. And I'm not hiding anything at all. You're the sneaky one. What are you... I won't talk to you if you don't... Oh, that. You've got pretty good contacts if you know that already. The space station is a mess. Everyone's already swamped as it is. And now out of nowhere, there's a bunch of little creatures popping up. If you want to solve the problem, go check out the storage zone. Then you'll understand.
There's so many people. This seems to be the place.
Hey, guess what I got my hands on? Word on the street is that this is the downgraded version of Ruanmei's life It says 10 carats of ingenuity, 1 ton of practice, 30 particles of starquake, and a few drops of poisonous liquor for Madame Yu Qingtu. Rumor has it that it once created a talking chair. Not a particularly intelligent one, but boy, did it have a sharp tongue. They dismantled it and used it for firewood. Let's give it a shot, shall we? We need... Yikes. Take a...
Molten cheese tart is the best. Its outlook is infectious. Its positive mood has influenced us all. What's our slogan again? 1. Stop complaining, change your attitude, and use the delicious molten cheese tart to stop the flow of negative energy. 2. Energize yourself. Increase your capacity for action.
Our creed, molten cheese tart is the best. Oh, praise be. You don't know? Molten cheese tart is Madame Ruanmei's top Oh, let me tell you something. Mr. Screwtham's followers are all very logical, but since you're so interested, you need to plaster hearts wherever Madame Ruanmei has been.
The moon shines on the truth. So, is the little...
I am humbled to meet the What are you frozen in place for? Oh, you don't understand the honorable top.
Wakaka! I'm a genius among geniuses. That was way too...
Oh, molten cheese. Molten cheese tart says, Molten cheese tart says, Madame Ruanmei still has not recognized me as a There's a kind of attachment reserved for the creator. To the world, you are but one person. Hey, you! Yes, you! Don't you have anything you want to say to Molten? Good! You see, the Honorable Molten Cheese Tart has always been fighting against Grey Bean Pig. They both hope to receive Madame Ruanmei's recognition and have been... You need to call it the... it's genuinely puzzling. Love from the creator to her creation? I don't know. Expecting me to understand love is like asking me to... Remember, as long as love is your compass, you're... That depends. Oh?
Where there are people, there is noise.
here. Herta called Skrullum and I to the space station to discuss some important topics. She also sent an invite to Steven, but he didn't reply. And now, I wish for you to attend this meeting with me. I don't want Herta to worry herself over these frivolous matters, even though she probably wouldn't care anyway. Just in case, I want someone who will be on my side. Help me. It'll be easy. Just remember, my secrets. All right, let's go.
Hi, Ruanmei. I've been waiting for you. Oh, you're here too? Looks like you two have become quite friendly.
It's good to see you, madam. Affirmation. This reunion has happened earlier than my calculations predicted.
Though you weren't invited, I welcome you to remember this historical moment. How long has it been since 3 geniuses were in the same room together?
Affirmative. Discounting our discussions on the simulated universe, our interactions are scarce. I look forward to the
Let me get straight to the point. I think it's time to find another partner for the simulated universe.
You wish to kick Steven out?
No, of course not. Steven doesn't want to get involved and voted to abstain. Oh, whatever. Look, I respect the way people want to live, but he doesn't have the chance to be involved in this decision-making anymore.
Question. Are we introducing a 5th partner for the simulated universe?
Yes, a 5th genius. The reason for our gathering is clear to everyone present. What else could prompt such a gathering of... No one can refuse the secret of the eons. Not even Xandar. We'll definitely get a response.
What if the responder is Polka Kakamond?
That'd be great! Hey, Lord of Silence, are you listening? I'm member number 83, Herta, and I want to meet you. I believe you and I will have a lot to talk about.
It's unlikely we'll hear from Polka Kakamond. She's been off the grid for quite some time. Probability, member number 64, Dr. Primitive, may appear.
That's a hard pass. Given Dr. Primitive's shady research practices and his tussle with the Galaxy Rangers, the IPC will surely turn this into a media circus. He can get lost. I'd prefer it if the simulated universe remained scandal-free. What about you, Chingtu? Are you still in touch with her, Ruanmei? Is she still alive?
Can we ask her to leave if we are to discuss this topic? The process will be long and boring.
Of course! You brought her in, after all. It's up to you.
All right. Let me walk you out.
And what the heck is this?
Seems like a programming error.
This fragment of Ruanmei.
It's probably an isolated glitch.
Fine. I'm used to turning a blind eye to these things. It makes life easier. I am curious, though. Are you going to keep it, Ruanmei?
I probably will. Records indicate she likes this occurrence.
All right, I agree. As long as it helps you with your research, you can do whatever you want.
Come along. I'll see you out. It appears I was overthinking things. Impulsive behavior is pretty characteristic of her, after all. Thankfully, it was just a minor scare. Still, meetings give me such a headache. I see that you've recovered the life form in the master control zone. I was simply being overly cautious. There are some things that I must tell you now. The retrieval of my life forms isn't complete yet. There's more than just one, and some are... Herta uses that place to welcome visitors from across the stars. And now my headache. There's much you don't know about the space station, but there is some information I can give you. I'm giving you my access card. Stay vigilant, assistant. Should you remember, there's a giant... Once you're back, come find me on the rim.
What would a sealed zone look like?
Buzz.
What's up with this unit?
Buzz. Madam Herta. Open high risk zone. But permission status. Madam. Class 1. Many as storage. Madam Ruanmei. Welcome. Buzz. Basement 1. Basement 2. Corridor. Welcome. Madam. Alien. That is all.
The kindling for the phase flame is fascinating. Unfortunately, before the research could be completed, it vanished. The growth status of the two samples this time is promising. I incorporated personal taste preferences into the concept, but they simultaneously possess two sets of emotional traits. Interestingly, they also possess a kind of inclination.
Huh? What's that sound out there? This is just a different flavor. Too much negative. Why? What's that noise? I need to find a place for this little one.
Better late than never.
Tedious.
I will dispatch you. The fight is set.
1,000 wonders to fight is one.
All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moon.
Let's settle this. Receive divinity.
Save it for your own skin.
Repay. Eternal sleep is not that dead.
Return!
Seize the moment. Yeah!
A blade knows no mercy.
Do not concern yourself with the outcome.
Member number 23, Yacha. I'm now certain that the outcome life can exist in thousands of different. These life forms are very advanced, and I'm starting to feel lost.
You're here too? Seems like this is the other end of that one-way path. Are you telling me to...
Life is countless and varied and full. The patterns of all things always have. Ever since I was a child, I wish to discover the truth. To avoid blind faith, and I thought of one life form that would...
Paradise may be a... Savor it for me.
You chose the wrong enemy.
You impede me. Your end approaches.
Welcome, customers.
Fail to set you.
1,000 wonders to raid. Fight as one.
I will dispatch you. That paradise may be savor it for me.
We make a pretty good team.
Sounds fitting. Did something just open?
Permissions granted. Select from the below.
Is this?
I thought of one life form that would truly lie beyond my reach, and that is... I cannot comprehend what its scholars view them as the executors of the Eon's power. At first, I tried to create a genius. However, erudition isn't the only path. Of course, there's Hazyron. I was able to see the beginning and end of the swarm. It is a logical decision. I will spill Herta and Screwlum like this. I must hurry my work.
Permission granted. Select from the below service. Permission granted.
That sound's coming from above.
Eternal sleep is nothing.
Dead return!
Save it for your own skin.
Can we talk?
Unworthy.
Your end approaches.
Welcome, customers.
Nothing may. Eternal sleep is not the
Dead return!
Let's settle this.
Unworthy.
Receive divinity.
Do not concern yourself with the outcome.
There's someone in the distance. Who?
Here, a genius move. And how will you counter it? Only an idiot would ask such a question. Just move this here. You look distressed. Something the matter? If that's the case, you better get thinking. Are you waiting for a sign? Time is ticking. Descend. Have you considered whether the answer to your question will be of any relevance to our current predicament? If a question is of no help, then don't ask it. Never mind. Allow me to clarify something. I know exactly. My goals are roughly aligned with yours. Since you're here, that's all you need to know. Just... I can't stand discourtesy, even when it comes from myself. The real Ruanmei's creation is hidden in Go. Take the elevator and bear...
Danger.
This is huge. The space station has an area this big? An emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
Receive divinity.
Trickier to crack. Time for a buzz.
Stand down.
I will dispatch you. The fight is set.
Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz.
Blade of moonlight.
Failed to set you.
Repay. Eternal sleep is a dead return. Nothing major.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Let's settle this. Receive divinity.
Good as new.
A blade knows no mercy. That paradise may be unreached. Savor it for me.
Good as new.
Eternal sleep is not the dead return.
Tedious. Blade of moonlight.
Failed to set you.
It'll destroy the space station.
That needs optimizing. This is double speed. Time for a Good as new.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Your end approaches.
This combat needs optimum. This is double speed.
Save it for your own
Repay. Eternal sleep is not that dead.
Return!
I will dispatch you. That paradise may be unreached. Savor it for me.
Receive divinity.
Good as new.
Eternal sleep is not the dead.
Return!
Fail to stand you.
You chose the wrong enemy.
More enemies. Time for fun. This is double speed.
Major.
nowhere to run.
Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz.
Paradise may be unreached. Savor it for me.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
You took the bait. Time for a buzz.
Stand down.
A blade knows no mercy. The fight is set. Fail to stand you.
This combat needs optima. This is double speed. Time for a buzz.
After 56 seconds, the creature was unable to sustain its own existence and vanished as if it had never been born. The threat is over. Time to get going.
Is it over? I need to get some answers out of Ruanmei.
of geniuses is over. As for the future of the simulated universe, that conclusion isn't important. What's important is your task. You look upset, correct? I regret my actions. There's no defending what I've done. I made a clone, but it doesn't hold a candle to the emanator. Exactly as predicted. Fifth, restrained by time and place, its code of life could only be considered an incomplete attempt. I managed to replicate the moment it was born. However, it would soon disappear and be reduced to particles. Like every living being, it inevitably faced its demise as it journeyed towards the end. I find no fault in that. However, even the briefest life should have meaning. I want to know the limits of its capacity. It will indicate how far I've gone in a field And it was a minuscule step, just as I had predicted. Indeed, this is how I keep the distractions at bay. I have to admit that research once made me obsessive. That wasn't a good period in my life, though now I navigate it much more smoothly. I must admit, I'm not fond of scenarios where everything aligns perfectly with my expectations. An experiment, that's where the joy lies. Even the most predictable storylines can have their pleasant surprises. I have to admit that these little ones born in the process sometimes move me. I see a human-like response in them. It is a concept completely opposite. Emotions may be either positive or negative. However, they're still a long way from becoming genius. That being said, can even geniuses do you believe my actions were wrong? There's no need to tell me your answer. Do I seem irresponsible? The effects of the anti-truth serum will also wear off. After all, over time, if I do not want a secret revealed, it won't take effect immediately. Perhaps you'll remember someone performed selfish experiment that way. The connection, it will make our lives. Thank you. Screwlum will stay on the space station for a while longer. Do you still remember the No Man's? I miss member number 55 reaching to. I hope I won't meet member number 4. Who knows when the next gathering of geniuses will be? I find that difficult to answer. If fate allows and you're interested, though I suppose it wouldn't be No Man.